It's that old Yorkshire geek here. I nearly forgot who I was then, didn't I? Anyway, I'm back with some more news from the world of geeky culture, sci-fi, fantasy, all that wonderful stuff. Right, so a few stories today. I've got the one up here, but it's not the one to look at. But look at this one first. What the heck? It's €48 million Game of Thrones studio tour opens in Banbridge, which is in Northern Ireland, County Down. A €48 million, I keep wanting to say dollar, €48 million Game of Thrones studio has opened in Banbridge, County Down, as I've just said. Featuring a dozen original sets plus original costumes, props and weapons, it is the only one of its kind in the world. Westeros, the legendary Kingdom of the North from Game of Thrones, is now located in Northern Ireland. 12 of the original sets are housed under one roof in the vast Linen Mill Studios in Banbridge, just off the main Dublin to Belfast road. The studios were among 26 locations across Northern Ireland used during the 8th series of one of the biggest television shows in history. There are life-size models of many of the characters, complete with original props and costumes they wore. And there's that giant chap. There are also many of the tens of thousands of weapons used, including the giant scorpion crossbow, all designed and made by Tommy Dunn, a master armourer from Wicklow, whose previous credits include the movie Braveheart. Every one of the weapons, the swords, arrows, spears and shields, was actually used during the filming of Game of Thrones, he says. It's fantastic to see them all here on display for the public to see and showing my work and my team's work. A lot of work, a lot of blood, sweat and tears has gone into it. And that's Tommy Dunn. There he is. Maybe he's saying those very words. I'm very proud of it. I'm very proud that they've taken this on to show the public. Interactive displays allow visitors to test their accuracy with bows and arrows used on screen. There are also insights into how the lavish sets, costumes and visual special effects were designed. Much of the work was done by artisans and craft people from across the island of Ireland. Belfast-born actor Ian McElhenney, who played Sir Barristan Selmy in the series, believes the tour will be of interest to those who want to pursue a career in set design and filming as well as on stage. I was blown away by it when I saw it for the first time, he says. The imagination that's gone into creating all of this, and then the skill in realising it, is phenomenal. And there's some of the White Walkers and the Night King there, who came to a rather duff ending, didn't he? But anyway, whatever. He goes on to say, one of the really great things is that a lot of these skills are homegrown skills. They may have been envisaged I can't say this word. They may have been envisaged by designers from God knows where, but a lot of them have been created by artisans and craftspeople here, and an awful lot of people have been trained here and are now highly skilled. I think that will be a huge benefit to us as a society and as an economy in the years ahead. The filming of many of the scenes from the 8th series of Game of Thrones across Northern Ireland provided a huge boost for the local tourist industry, with fans travelling from all over the world. Before the pandemic shut down, it's estimated that around 350,000 people visited Northern Ireland each year to visit the locations. 1 in 6 people through our visitor attitude service stated that they were coming to Northern Ireland specifically for Game of Thrones, explains Ian Caney, Director of Business Support and Events for Tourism Northern Ireland. I'm saying Ian, I've no idea how to pronounce that, because you know what Irish names are like, you get like Siobhan and it's spelt with B's and all. But anyway, I'll say Ian Caney. I apologise if I've got that wrong. And there she is. Estimated value of that was around 50 million pounds sterling. And on the back of this amazing new experience, we think that it's going to drive really transformative growth that is critically important on the back of COVID recovery. Interactive displays allow visitors to transform themselves into some of the characters. Organisers advise visitors to allow up to 3 hours for the tour, and tickets must be booked in advance as there is a limit on the number of slots. Regular shuttle buses to the studios operate from the Boulevard Shopping Complex in Banbridge, the Europa Bus Centre in Belfast, and there are Busaras services from Store Street Bus Station in Dublin. And there's another photo. Oh, that's just, I wouldn't say who are these people, but they're just dummies out the way with the costumes. Oh, and there's what Diana Rigg wore, didn't she, there? Dame Diana Rigg. And that's the, oh, yes, there. Brain again, it's gone bye-bye as soon as I turn the camera on. But yeah, anyway, so there we go. 48 million euro attraction to do with Game of Thrones has opened in Banbridge in Northern Ireland, and I bet it's a good place to go, and I encourage you all to do so. Right, next up we shall go to Spider-Man, or Spider-Man spin-offs, should I say. Dakota Johnson, who we saw in Suspiria, I believe that picture there's from when she was in Suspiria, which I didn't like, but you know, sue me. Anyway, Dakota Johnson seemingly confirmed Spider-Man spin-off Madame Webb casting. Web casting, do you get it? Never mind. Dakota Johnson shares a spider-themed story to her Instagram, hinting at her prospective casting as Madame Webb, or is it Madame Webb, in the new Spider-Man spin-off. And there's Madame Webb. Got to be honest, as I said on another occasion, I'm not really into comics, so I've never heard of Madame Webb. String me up. Actor Dakota Johnson, no, I'm not being sexist, but when did women want to become actors? What's up with being an actress? You're a woman, you know, so just oh, whatever. So if men want to be called actresses, can they? Yeah, I suppose they can if they want. You can do all these days, can't you? It's the 21st century after all. Actor Dakota Johnson might just have confirmed her casting in the new Spider-Man spin-off Madame Webb. New information about the project has been sparse since it was first announced back in 2019 until recently. Not long ago, Johnson had said that Not long ago, Johnson had been said to be in talks with Sony about playing Madame Webb in the Spider-Man spin-off. The movie announcement was coming off the extreme popularity of the MCU Spider-Man, as well as Sony's expanding Spider-Man spin-off universe. Obviously, you know, Venom and Morbius is coming up into it, yeah. So there we go. And obviously the animated ones as well, with Miles Morales. So there we go. By the way, obviously all the links will be in the description below, so like, subscribe, share, drop a comment, hit the notification tab, ba-dum bum bum, and off we go. Cassandra Webb, Madame Webb, was introduced, so she's actually called Webb, there you go, was introduced in the, not very, you know, imaginative, is it? But anyway, whatever. Was introduced in the 1980s in The Amazing Spider-Man, number 210. And seen supporting the web-slinging hero. Unlike Spider-Man, Madame Webb is a mutant with several abilities, including telepathy, astral projection and clairvoyance, making her incredibly powerful. The character was born blind and has a condition called myasthenia gravis that affects various muscles around her body. Cassandra is paralysed due to her condition and is dependent on her spider web-shaped life support machine. There we go. Quickly following Johnson's talk with Sony, she made a post on her Instagram story. Johnson shared a single spiderweb emoji in the centre of a black screen, making it clear what she's referring to. This strategic post is an incredibly obvious link to Spider-Man, nodding to her prospective casting, although nothing has been officially confirmed as of yet. This at least suggests that she has a positive outlook on her future within the MCU following her conversation with Sony about her casting. View the post below. And it says Dakota Johnson, a Webb. Yes, very good. Currently, there are very few confirmed names attached to the project, such as Morbius writers Matt Sazama and Burke Sharpless, or Sharples, whatever. Apologies to him. who were said to be writing the script when the project was first announced. Alongside these two, S.J. Clarkson, known for projects like Jessica Jones and The Defenders, is set to direct Madam Web. Cassandra Webb has been depicted outside of the comics before, in various Spider-Man video games and animated series. Her first television appearance was in Spider-Man the Animated Series, where she was voiced by Joan Bucock Lee, Stan Lee's wife, following in her husband's Marvel cameo trend. Ordinarily, Madam Web is seen as an elderly woman, making Johnson's potential casting an odd pick for the role. This could suggest that the character is mirroring Aunt May's MCU depiction, who has also been portrayed by younger actors than her in-comic appearance implies. But is this an example of ageism? Not wanting old people in films anymore. Anyway, should have got Helen Mirren. Should have been good. However, Johnson's ill-fitting age could be a hint that viewers will be seeing a Madame Web origin story in the new film, while fans will have to wait for an official confirmation to know for sure. Johnson's recent spider-themed Instagram story insinuates that she is indeed linked to Madame Web. Or maybe she could be a multiverse Spider-Man woman. You never know with them, do you? You never know. Or Spider-Gwen. Could be. They can do anything now, can't they? Now they've ripped open the multiverse. So anyway, so there we go. So from one quasi-MCU, sort of MCU in its Spider-Man, it's connected to it, isn't it? But it's not part of the main MCU. If you know what I mean, it's its own thing, but it's connected to the MCU. From that to Bill Murray seems to confirm Ant-Man 3 villain role to Eli Manning. Just have a look, make sure we can still see things. Yes, we can. There we go. So I've got to switch between windows, you see. I've got one window with me recording software, and I've got another window with the browser. I've got to switch between to make sure it's all still going. Not one of these that's got millions of screens around, up and down, and I've got a light and a microphone and a camera, and that's it, and a monitor there. Right, where were we? Rumours about Bill Murray joining the MCU in Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania. That's like a thing about mods, doesn't it? Like Quadrophenia, Quantumania, or riding on might be them from Boba Fett riding about on their mopeds, hovering. But whatever, have swirled around for some time, but now we seem to have received confirmation from the ant's mouth, as it were. In the most unlikely of places, Bill Murray sat down with Eli Manning for lunch and also casually dropped that he was part of the upcoming Ant-Man film. His superpowers, I'm a bad guy. And there he is that him with Eli Manning, and I presume that's Eli Manning, who I've never heard of. And there's Paul Rudd, who is Ant-Man, as we all know. And I really liked Ant-Man, and I actually liked Ant-Man and the Wasp. A lot of people said they didn't like Ant-Man and the Wasp, but I did, so there. Although we all love Bill Murray's shenanigans, the MCU content begins at 3:58. Well, there's a video, there must be a video somewhere. And it all feels very cleverly done. Honestly, Eli Manning has revealed some unexpected interview superpowers of his own. He very casually drops the questions, aren't you in like a superhero movie coming out, Ant-Man? Manning sounds delightfully blasé in his questioning, as though his inquiry revolved around the topic of some small role, and not one of the most highly secretive cinematic franchises around, as though Ant-Man and this movie barely register for him at all. And in a small cafe in Brooklyn, over fries and a beer, everything really does feel casual, and the question lands whether Manning was playing his cards purposefully, or that's just how he feels about Ant-Man. It's a job well done. Either way, you got Murray to respond in the affirmative, and there's Bill Murray, looking like a tramp. I suppose he's rich enough to look like a tramp if he wants to. Might look like a tramp, but I bet that hat and that coat, I bet I couldn't afford them. I bet it's a very expensive tramp gear. Manning goes on to inquire, "You seem like a superhero. What's your power?" This doesn't really feel directed toward Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania at all, but nevertheless Murray responds with, "My power is I'm a bad guy." Well, Bill Murray doesn't seem like a bad guy at all, so it sounds to us like the answer is about Murray's Ant-Man character. So could Bill Murray play the role of the next MCU villain? Only time will tell for sure. But we know one thing is for sure, we'd love to see him on our screens alongside Paul Rudd, Evangeline Lilly, Michael Douglas and Michelle Pfeiffer. Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania releases on July 28th, 2023, so it's over a year away. So looking forward to that. So I do enjoy the Ant-Man films. They do get some stick from certain quarters, but you know, I enjoy them. Is that a link? That link for the video, I presume? Yeah, it says YouTube down there. It'll be in the description, so just follow this link, you'll see that, won't you? So if you want to watch the video, I can't play it here because I don't want to. Right, next. This is the last one. Lastly, and obviously leastly, in my opinion, Doctor Who producer responds to reports of struggling ratings. "I think our ratings are really respectable." Yeah. Doctor Who Flux was an interesting experiment. I didn't watch it, I've got to admit. I haven't watched Doctor Who for, I don't know, a couple of seasons. I saw the first part of Jodie Whittaker's first season in America, series in Britain, innit? But I lost it. I didn't like her as the... Well, I didn't like her, I didn't like the stories. So that's how we'll put it. Anyway, Doctor Who Flux was an interesting experiment, seeing how viewers would react to a single story spread out over 6 weeks, as opposed to more self-contained episodes. You know, like it used to be old days. It used to be like 4 or 6, like 20-minute episodes, didn't it? Every Saturday night. Well, I think it was Saturday when I was a kid. It was ace. Anyway, so I've got the Doctor Who theme in me from the old days, the theme, not Murray Gould's interpretation, which were really good, but you know, the Ron Grainer one. And the BBC Radiophonic Workshop, them were the days. Anyway, the run has an average consolidated live broadcast plus 7 days of catch-up, repeats, etc. viewership of 4.8 million, which is down compared to the prior year's 5.4 million average per Radio Times. And I'm sure it were a lot higher than that when in the days of even early Peter Capaldi and Matt Smith and David Tennant. I bet it were a lot higher than that. But anyway, we'll see what they've got to say. Executive producer Matt Stevens, who's departing alongside showrunner Chris Chibnall, and I don't mean it, I do. And current Dr. Jodie Whittaker has explained that he isn't bothered by the slightly lower ratings. Oh, where are you going? Explaining that they are still very strong for a show like this, broadcast traditionally in today's TV climate. They're trying to blame it on streaming and stuff, aren't they? Speaking in the latest Doctor Who magazine, Stevens said, what's fascinating to me is the way Doctor Who viewing figures are obsessed over, unlike many other shows on TV, and that's fine, because I think it's a testament to the fact that people are still always keen to read about Doctor Who, so that's probably a positive thing. Of course you'll get the odd juggernaut like Vigil, never heard of it, but by and large 5 odd million is really healthy. It didn't get 5 million, did it? For any drama on terrestrial and on streaming services, they can only dream of figures like that, so I think our ratings are really respectable. He continued that for him, noting that frustrating is too strong a word. When overnight figures are reported and compared to previous consolidated figures in order to make the most dramatic headline, that's a bit disingenuous. Sorry, no tickling. Our argument, especially when you look at the way television is consumed today. And there's Jodie. Doctor Who is available on iPlayer, so audiences can still watch it whenever and wherever they choose. With Russell T Davies returning to run the show, it's clear Doctor Who isn't going anywhere for the time being. Doctor Who will air 2 more specials later this year on BBC One in the UK. In the US, the show airs on BBC America, with series 1 to 12 available on HBO Max. I think I've heard people say it's available on what do they call it? That channel that the AMC, the one that does Walking Dead. I've heard people say it's on there as well. But I don't know, so I don't live in America. On the Beeb over here. Anti-Beeb, as it used to be known in the old days. Not anymore. And that's about other things, is that it? Yeah, so there we go. So anyways, he's been a bit deluded, isn't he? He's Mr. Strevens. 5 million. I mean, it wasn't even that, what it is. 4 point something million, 4.8 million. He's rounding up. It's not good for a show that's on BBC One, is it? I bet shows like Strictly Come Dancing, I bet they get a lot more than 4. Let's have a look, shall we? Let's have a look. I'll fire up a thing and I shall type in, look, Dakota Johnson, look at all that. Me Google searches of stuff I've been looking for. Strictly Come Dancing viewing figures. There we go. Let's see how many that goes. See, 11 million. An average of 11 million people. So there we go. That was last year, the 2021 final. And I bet it's still quite a lot. Let's tools, results, anytime, sorry. I'll do it past week, see if that says out. We're going to find something. Let's have a look. This is from the Daily Express. Strictly Come Dancing. Does it say anything about viewing figures? Where are you? Don't say how, does it? Anyway, last year it was 11 million. So what? I presume it'll be roughly the same this year, won't it? That's from 3 days ago from the Sun. Boo! God, I hate that paper. Oh, bug off. Let's see if it says anything in here. Let's have a look down. People dancing. Dismiss. God, Jonathan Van Tam. Tell me about his. It don't say. I'm not going to find it, am I? But there we go. Anyway, I bet it gets twice as many viewers as Doctor Who. And I suppose that's to be expected, isn't it? Really, I mean, it's apples and oranges, isn't it? They're two different things. But to be happy, with the viewership that was once sky high, it was the best-selling things for the BBC, wasn't it? With Doctor Who, along with Top Gear, and I don't know what else they sell overseas, but Doctor Who, one of the biggest, things for the Beeb, wasn't it? It was Walking with Dinosaurs, another one, wasn't it? That was a bit of a phenomenon back in the day. But now it's not anymore, and you can't just blame streaming services, because you can't, because we had streaming services last year, and it doesn't affect Strictly Come Dancing, does it? Anyway, so there we go. We'll go back to Dakota, because she's a pretty lady, and we'll leave it there. I think I don't think of anything else to talk about. Yeah, so you know what, we'll get rid of that. And we'll look at some stars as we're flying through space at warp speed. Hey, Star Trek's coming back soon in its Strange New Worlds. I bet that's good. See, I'm being all pessimistic, and I shouldn't be, because you never know, it might be amazing, but I doubt it. So anyway, we'll leave it there for today. How long have we gone today? About 20 minutes again. So yeah, it's an average length of episode, unless there's a lot of news, but there haven't been today. I mean, to be honest, I had to dig to find the things today to look at. I'm sure there's lots of things happening, but they were just things that caught my eye. Anyway, I'm waffling now, so right, I'm going to go. So right, until tomorrow, fingers crossed. I'll see thee.